my SAP screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So today we will start with uh, clearing process, or before clearing process, today we will start with a fresh thing which is called open item management. Fresh topic. It is a new topic, very important topic, open item management and how we manage the open item. So first of all, I am opening a Excel sheet. From there itself we will understand the concept, and we will go for the open item management after that. Okay, open item management. Okay, so this is a very important thing in SAP. Actually, this concept, open item management, it is typically this this thing is typical to the SAP only. Actually, this open item management, the concept and everything, you cannot find it in Tally software or any other ERP software. Basically, it is very typical for the SAP is concerned. So normally what happened, when SAP is implemented in any organization, or whenever any person who comes to work in SAP, it he or she becomes very confused initially how these things works, how this open item management works. So we will go through the tidbit of it, and we will also make the essential configuration as well as end user activities in open item management. Okay, so before discussing the open item management, let us take an example. In accounting process, or in the practice of accounting, there are some general ledger account, or there are some GL account which always requires some kind of settlement, or some kind of adjustment. So what can be the some settlement or some adjustment? Because see, suppose you are creating, there is a general ledger accounting, say, called net salary payable. Okay, there is a GL account. Normally it is found that salary payable or net salary payable. Okay, let us take as let us take example of net salary payable, or say rent payable. Okay, so regarding this net salary payable or rent payable, what does it happen? So these payables, actually this net salary payable or rent payable are under current asset, under current assets, right? Current assets. Okay, and this requires adjustment or payment later on. Okay, so these rent payable or salary payable, these are such accounts which are subject to further treatment. Okay, these accounts requires further treatment. Okay, these accounts always require further treatment, right? So okay, fine. So this accounts requires further treatment. Further treatment means subsequently it may happens that we have to make payment under this account. We have to make payment, or we have to make adjustments against this account. Okay, later on, so that the sorry, you are not telling anything. Current liabilities, actually I'm writing here assets, current liabilities. Okay, So these are current liabilities, salary payable or rent payable. These are under current liabilities, and this requires adjustment or payment later on. Okay. So what happened? What is the result? Result is the net payable or rent payable becomes 0. Okay. So what happens once of all, uh, we make payment under these payables, then the payable amount becomes 0. Okay. No more liability exists. Okay. So this is the basic thing. That means there are some cases, one GL account, the position change later on. We make payment or we make adjustment against that GL account, so that the situation or position of that GL account changes, right? So therefore, these payables, receivables, that means in sum total I can say payables or receivables, etc. are those accounts which needs further treatment. Okay. So these payables and receivables requires further treatment, right? So all these receivables and payable GLs that has to be created, typically having a specific criteria, having open item management. Let us go there. Okay. Let us directly open the GL open the SAP software. There itself we will create. There itself we will create, and we will distinguish between okay, fine. Okay. So for creation of a GL account, we can go to accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, master records, GL account, individual processing, and we are preferring to create it centrally, FS00. Okay. So first of all, we have to give our company code name 7200, right? Let us see which GL accounts we have created till now. Click on the drop down. So these are the GL account, list of GL account we have already created, right? Now I will create another GL account and adding to this list. Okay. So before creation of any GL account, what I have to do, I have to first see the specific group and be sure within which number range my new GL account will be created. So I have to go to the account group. The transaction code is OBD4 to display my account group. Give the chart of account 7200. Okay. So these are my GL account groups. So first of all, I am creating a account called net salary payable, right? So this net salary payable, obviously it is under the current liability. And what is the range? 100, 200 to 100, 299, right? So that's why I will create my first liability GL, current liability GL, that is 100, 200. Okay. So see, rent payable is already created. So we can use the rent payable for this purpose, or we can have the net salary payable copying this rent payable account. So let us create net salary payable 100,201, because 200 is already created, that is rent payable. So I am copying it from 100 200 7200 in this small window and click on enter, right? So now everything is copied. So this is current liability, but I am giving the short text and long text as, say, net salary payable, right? Net salary payable, right? So click on the control data tab, right? So in the control data tab, first of all select here open item management. Okay, so I have already told you that any account which requires further treatment or further adjustment or payment or settlement, then while creating those GL account, always select open item management in addition to line item display. So what is line item display? We have already know that line item display is nothing but uh, under the specific general ledger account, the transactions will be depicted line by line, one by one, line by line. But in addition to the line item display, as this is a GL account which requires further treatment or further clearing or further adjustment or further payment to making it zero, that is net salary payable. So we have to select this open item management checkbox. Then click on the create oblique bank oblique interest tab, no issues, click on save, right? So now any GL account which requires clearing, we have to create it under the control data tab. We have to select open item management under line item display. Okay, so now let us create or let us pass one entry. So the entry what I am going to pass, it will create a fresh liability under net salary payable, right? So the transaction code is FB50. Okay, there is a way in which, see, uh, I have already shown you, I think, in the last class. See, this is the transaction code we use for the purpose of posting in GL accounting. Once we use this transaction code FB50, then what happens? The entries will be passed in all the pockets or all the ledgers. But if we want to pass the entry in a specific bucket or in a specific ledger, then we have to use the second one. In the second one, we have to use this ledger group for the purpose of passing the entry in the specific bucket or specific group. Similarly, there is also a way, there is a way to use the transaction F-02. So F-02 and FB50, the same thing happens, but FB50 is preferred because fast data entry is possible in FB50. Fast data entry is possible. Why? Because the line items are one by one here. 999 line items are there. Okay. Once we fill up these 5, then another 5 will open. If we go on uh, fulfilling these 5 entries, then another 5 line items will open. So up to 999 line items are there. However, in the F-02 screen, this screen is somehow different. See, suppose, because fast data entry is not possible there, the thing is just like Excel sheet type. See here, first of all you have to select the first line item. There you have to put posting key, whether 40 or 50. Suppose the first line item is 40. So first of all we have to put the first line item, say bank account, then we put enter, then we have to have the amount, say 2,50,000. so after completion of first line item, then we have to go to the second line item. In the second line item you have to decide whether it is 40 or 50 or like that. Suppose you put 50, then you have to again select the GL account specific to the second line item. Okay, so what happened in this process, you have to go on entering one by one. So in the second line item also you have to put the amount, text. So these are in a manner which is not fit for fast data entry. Okay, but later on, for the last 5 years, a fresh icon is added of which is called fast data entry. Okay, so once this is added, then what happened, also in here, if we click on the first data entry, this Excel type of screen is also appearing, and also we can go for passing the accounting entries in a faster manner, or we can fulfill these Excel sheets. uh, we can fulfill this from copying one existing Excel sheet. In the existing Excel sheet, if we make the things like in this manner, like in this format, like posting key, GL account, amount, and from the Excel sheet if we copy, then also it is possible. But however, this way of passing the entry is not as fast as we pass in FB50. FB50 also, from the Excel sheet you can copy and you can go for the first data entry. Okay, so normally, though both the screens result in creation of document type essay, but normally it is preferred, this one and this one is preferred. This is for the entry where the document is created in all the buckets, and if you pass the document, if you want to pass the document in specific bucket, you can use FB50L. Similarly, if any company or any user they follow F-02 also for common posting, or if you use F-02, the transaction is saved in every bucket. And if any person or any user wants to go for a ledger specific or bucket specific posting, then also they can use this, where they have to define or they have to specify what is the ledger group, or what is the ledger in which the document will be posted. Okay, so now definitely we will prefer the first one, that is FB50. Okay, so in the FB50, say we are passing a transaction, say 31st October, we are creating a provision entry. What is the provision entry? Say we are creating one provision entry, like, just a minute, I have to change the company code first, because a different company code is appearing. Your company code is 7200. So again I am giving the date 30, this is 31st October. Then I am coming to the GL account. So first of all I am selecting the GL account, say basic salary account debited, debit, say 3,50,000. then text is say salary payable. Then I am coming to the dearness allowances. This is dearness allowances, that is debit, say 1 lakh 50. Then I am coming to the credit part. The credit part is say net salary payable. Net salary payable. Okay. Then credit amount is star. This is plus. Then enter. Enter. Okay. So this is the simulation. Total debit and total credit is equal. I can click on the simulate and I can click on post. Okay. So this is document number 17 that was posted in the company code. However, let us see the document FB03. By default, the last document is coming. Click on enter. Once I click on enter, I see these two line items are debited and this line item is credited. However, this line item requires clearing process. That means this salary has to be actually paid on the 1st of November through the payment. It has to be cleared through payment. So now in this entry, if I want to see the display currency, I can see it through the group currency. Automatically euro will come, and okay, so this is the GL view. If I want to see in other ledger, okay, suppose M1, I want to see it in M1, same, and say that means this particular entry is not specific to any ledger, but this is a entry which you can found in all ledgers, right? So let us see it, FB03. So just I am erasing this one. Click on this. This is document number 7, fiscal year 2022. So here 0L or leading ledger is by default there. Click on execute. You are finding it in leading ledger. Similarly, or if I don't use this one, click on execute. See, this entry 17 is there in 0L or leading bucket. In addition to 0L, if I select M1, click on execute, so 17 is also appearing here. So if I double click, then also I see the same entry. And if I want to see it in M2, enter. So in the M2 also this screen appears. So all these are this is the entry which is appeared in 3 places, that is called the parallel posting, because there is no valuation difference or treatment difference between IFRS as well as Companies Act as well as Income Tax Act. Now this particular thing is subject to clearing, right, or subject to settlement or subject to payment on the next day of that month. That means on October last, this particular GL account, this particular entry creates a liability, and this liability has to be disposed of on November 1st. So before disposing any liability or before adjusting any GL which is under open item management, we have to see the particular GL, we have to see the line items. Okay, that means we have to see that particular GL account balance. For example, if we want to see here, we can go for Fagel B03, then 100,201, that is net salary payable. We have to see the ledger balances. Okay, So this is the ledger balances. So in this ledger, this is the credit entry, this is the balance, and this is the cumulative balance. If I click here, then I see the line item here. And there is a status here which is showing as red, right? Red means open. See, this particular GL account, this is created using the checkbox open item management under the control data tab. That's why it is showing the status open. Once we make the payment of this 5 lakhs, this will be converted into green. Now it is red. Red means it is open. That means this item is open. This GL account which is created under open item management checkbox, it will show the status in different situations. Now the status is open. Once we make the payment, it will be converted into green, right? Once it is converted into once it is paid or cleared, this will be converted into green. That means the status will be clear. The color will be green and it will be cleared. However, okay, however, let us see another account. There is another liability account 100 200, that is a rent account. This is also created as a liability. But let us see what is the status here. See, what is the status here? Posted. Posted means the entry is posted. Very simple. So in accounting, in SAP, in your company code, whatever entry is passed, that is shown as posted. So what is the lacking? This is also a liability GL. This net salary payable is a liability GL, but net salary is paying showing under the status a different way. That means it is showing in red, but this one is not showing in red. Why? Because this rent payable GL, while created, that open item management checkbox has not been selected. So this account is not subject to open item management. So simply the status is showing like this. Let us go and see. So a rent payable account where we have created FS00. Let us see this one. So click on the change, come to the control data tab. See, is open item management selected in the rent payable? No, it is not selected. So as it is not selected, that's why the account, GL account, is not subject to open item management. So depiction of the GL account, status of the GL account is always vanilla type. That means the status will always show as posted, not that it is open or cleared. Okay. So suppose we are selecting this open item management checkbox and try to save. What it is showing? It is showing you cannot change the open item management settings, right? The data contains error, you cannot save. That means it is saying that as you see, I have already made the posting under the rent payable GL. Before any kind of journal entry, I could change the status to open item management checkboxes. I should apply the open item management checkbox. But this particular GL account is already used for live posting. Transaction is appearing under this GL account. So that's why open item management or changing the account management in this company code, the system is not allowing, because entry already exists under 100 200. So that's why it is not possible, right? So this is the way I can see it. Suppose I am passing another entry in, say, net salary payable. Okay, let us pass another entry. After two entries, my further things will be easier. Suppose same again on 31st October, I am passing another entry in the same process, that is your basic salary account. that is your basic salary account, 400 100, debit debit say 1 lakh, okay, then say uh, salary JV. I'm putting it as salary JV, okay. Similarly, after basic salary, let us create these dearness allowances. This is debit, say 20,000. This is also plus. Then net salary payable 100 201, 100 201. This is credit, amount is star, this is plus, and enter, again enter, then click on simulate and click on post, right? So this is document number 18. So now come back here. Now there is a transaction code called FAGL03. Okay, this is FAGL B03, this is FAGL 03. So what is the difference? This depicts the ledger account, right? But this depicts the line items under the ledger account. Okay, so what is the difference? This is the ledger, but this is not the ledger. This is the line items under that ledger. So select this one. While selecting this one, automatically this GL account is coming, but we are interested to see 100 201, right? Once we select 100 201 under FAGL 03, there are three options: open item, cleared item, all item. So this particular GL account is under open item management. So this GL, sometimes it can be open, sometimes it can be cleared. When it is open, on the end of every month, this GL is open. That means provisional entry or due entry is passed. And on the first of the next month, this GL account will be cleared. It will be shown as settled. So now by default, this is under the open item, right? So click on execute. Once I click on execute, I see two numbers of line items are showing open. The status is open. It is shown as red. So two numbers of line items are showing as open under the GL account 100 201, right? So suppose I want to clear the first line item or the first liability, right? I have to pay, or I have to deposit the net salary payable to the respective employee's account on the 1st of November. So what I will do? So for that purpose, I have to go for the clearing process. Okay, I have to go for the clearing process. So clearing process is nothing but it is the way through which the open item managed GL has to be settled. Payment has to be released under this open item managed GL account. So I will select the document entry obviously, but under the document entry I will not go to FB50, right? I will not go to FB50 or I will not go to F-02. Okay, so instead I will use the GL account as, say, outgoing payment. Okay, we are making the payment. So in this case, there is also a transaction code F-04, and there is also a transaction code for the clearing process, that is outgoing payment. I will show you where you have to use this F-04, where you have to use this F-07. This is a liability, so it requires outgoing payment. If there is something to be receivable, then we could use the incoming payment, and this is outgoing payment. So I am using this outgoing payment now. So click on F-07, right? So now I have to put the document date, 1st November 2022. Okay. See, here the document type is showing as KZ, but till now we do not know what is document type KZ, because till now we know only two types of documents. One is essay, essay means JV or general posting, and AB, that is reversal document. If a general document has to be reversed, then we know there is a document type called AB, and we have also created number range under AB, so that any GL posting, if reversed, automatically the document type AB is entry is taken under the document type AB. So in this screen I have to change the document type to essay, right? Other things in the this is the header data. This is the header data. I don't require anything in this header data. Then I am coming to the second one, that is the bank data. What I am going to do in this screen? In this screen I am going to make the payment, and normally the payment is through the bank only. So I am selecting the bank. Okay, so I am selecting the bank GL, right? So then the amount is coming. So this amount here I will put the amount which, sorry, posting date also I have to change. Suppose let us give the posting date also, 1st November 2022. So under the amount I have to give whatever amount I have to pay against that particular open item. Suppose I am putting 5 lakhs. Then in the text I can have salary cleared. Okay. So third is the open item selection. In a particular company code, there may be so many GL accounts which are created under the open item management. I have just taken an example of one GL account under open item management, that is net salary payable. So I have to select which GL accounts against which I want to make the clearing. So out of this I select 100-201, right? Here there are different account types. S stands for GL account, D stands for customer, K stands for vendor, M stands for material, A stands for assets. So as I am in the GL account chapter, so by default S is there. I don't want to make any changes. Click on the process open item, right? So once I click on the process open item, what it is showing? Now I want to have the three scenarios. One is your full clearing, another is your partial clearing, and another is your residual clearing. See, if you want to clear or if you want to settle a liability, there can be basically two scenarios. Either fully you have to clear or partly you have to clear. Suppose salary outstanding is 5 lakhs. Out of 5 lakhs, you are paying only 4 lakhs. So this first line item, 17, this 17 has to be cleared. If you want to full clear the 17, you have to give 5 lakhs. Suppose you are not clearing these 5 lakhs, you are paying only 4 lakh 50,000, then we call it partial clearing. Partial clearing we will demonstrate, but now we have to make the full clearing. Okay. So see, here we are in the standard tab. There is also a partial payment tab. There is also a residual item tab. Standard tab is used for the full clearing. Here two numbers of line item are showing as open. The document number 17, document number 18. Document number 17 is 5 lakhs. Document number 18 is 1 lakh 20. So the total line items which are waiting to be cleared are how much? 5 lakhs plus 1 lakh 20, that is 6 lakh 20. But in this screen, we have amount entered is how much? Only 5 lakhs. But amount assigned is 6 lakh 20. Okay. So not assigned is 1 lakh 20. Here I cannot make the clearing. When the amount entered or amount assigned will be equal, then the system will clear. Here two numbers of line items are waiting, or two numbers of line item are waiting to be cleared. These items are activated. Both the line items are activated. Just double click on the second line item. Once I double click on the second line item, the font is changed into black font, right? If again I will clear double click, then these are showing in red font. Red font means these are already on the queue. Already on the queue means these are needs to be cleared. So how many items are there? Two items. If I double click here, out of these two items, one item is deactivated. That means I don't want to clear that item. Once I click on the second line item, amount entered equal to the amount assigned and not assigned is 0. So this is the perfect case for clearing of the document number 17. Now I will click on display document overview. This document overview is just like simulation. Okay. Now again I will go to the document simulate. Okay. So once I click on the document simulate, the transaction is showing. What transaction is simulating here? Net salary payable is debited and bank account is credited. 5 lakhs is credited. So click on post. So document number 19 is posted. After the document number 19 is posted, let us go to the FAGL03. FAGLL03. FAGL03. What the FAGL03 shows? FAGL03 shows you the status of the line items. Under 100-201, there were two line items, right? All these two line items previously it was showing as open. Now after payment or clearing of one line item, let us select, there are three tabs: open item, cleared item, all items. Let us select all items, this radio button, and click on execute. Once I click on execute, what I see? I see that out of these two line items, only one line item, that is the document number 18, is showing as open. So what about this document number 17? No, this document number 17 is already cleared. How this clearing happens? This document number 17, 5 lakhs minus was there. Net salary payable liability was there. But this liability was nullified due to the document number 19, which is the clearing document. Okay. So what is the clearing document? The clearing document is document number 19. So document number 19 is the clearing document against document number 17. That's why on this right hand side, under the clearing document header, 19 and 19 is showing against this. Okay. If we see the all item radio button, then we see the cleared item. See what is the status here? The status becomes green. That means the previous document 17 was green, as well as the cleared document 19 is also showing in green, and those are combinedly depicted. These two documents are combinedly depicted, and on the extreme right side, clearing document is shown under these two documents. So any person can easily know that 19 is the clearing document against document number 17. But document number 18 is still in the open items. So let us come back. If we see the if we select the open item checkbox, sorry, radio button, actually this is called radio button. If we select the open item, previously we are in all item. If we select the open item radio button and click on execute, then what happens? Then we see only the line item which is shown, which is open, is showing here. Okay, so under this particular GL account, this line relating to document number 18 is showing as open, right? So if I select the cleared item and click on execute, what happen? Only the document which is cleared under this 100-201 will be shown. Okay, so open item management, this process shows very systematically the status of different line items under this GL account, right? So open item management shows the status of different line items under this GL account. However, relating to rent account 100-200, this particular thing is missing. So let us select all items, radio button here, and continue. So what happened? This status will be not like open and clear. It is always like this. Similarly, let us see share capital account, equity share capital account. Click on execute. What will happen? This is the thing. So any GL account which has not been created under the open item management checkbox, then the reporting as well as the depiction of the status of different line items is monotonous. It is not like that. But that doesn't mean that all the GL accounts should be created under the open item management. Only those GL accounts which requires further processing of either payment or adjustment, those GL accounts must be created under open item management, so that we can have a report which line items are cleared, which line items are open, right? So we see here the full clearing process. Full clearing process. Okay, so we depicted the full clearing process. Now we will understand the partial clearing. Okay, what is partial clearing? Partial clearing means part payment, right? Partial clearing means part payment. Suppose we have a liability. Say we have a liability, net salary payable, say 2 lakhs. Okay, now we are out of this 2 lakhs. Actually this 2 lakhs is showing in, what is the status here? The status is this 2 lakhs is showing in red, right? Suppose on 1st November we paid, suppose in the 1st November we clear say 1,80,000. Okay, so how much we have cleared? Say we have cleared 1,80,000. 1,80,000. Okay, even if we clear 1,80,000, this will be also shown in red. This particular line item is also shown in red on, that means this both the line items, this one and this one, because this is a part payment, this is not a full payment. So if we are opting for the partial clearing, both the line items will be shown in red on 1st November 2022. Suppose on 2nd November 2022 we clear the rest. Rest means 20,000 we clear. Once we clear the rest of the 20,000 on 2nd November 2022, then what will happen? All the line items will be shown as green. Okay, green means the status will show as cleared. So, what is partial clearing? Partial clearing means part payment. So, in the partial clearing, what is the feature? Even if 1 rupee outstanding is there on this, then this amount will be also red, and all the subsequent payment, those are also in red, right? When total amount is cleared, then everything will be converted into green, right? So that is called partial clearing. So partial clearing is the process where we can have a very good control over the open item line item, or open item managed GL accounts. That means if a particular line item is not fully cleared, everything, every part payment on this line item will be shown in red, as well as the original line item or the original due entry will be also shown in red. How these things happens, let us go through and depicts the partial clearing process. Okay, so I know only 40201 I have these things as open. Sorry, 100,201. Okay, so sorry, this is 1,20,000, this is open, not 2 lakhs, this is 1,20,000 which is opened. Now say we will go for the partial payment mode. Same F-07 we will go. Suppose 1st November 2022. I have to change the document type to SA. Then 1st November 2022. I have to put the bank data, bank account GL, that is 2 lakhs. Suppose I want to clear 1,05,000, right? Then I am having the testing of partial clearing. Partial clearing. Then what is the GL account? 100,201. That is the net salary payable. Click on the process open item, right? Now I am in the part payment mode. So therefore I will click on the second tab, that is the partial payment tab, right? So once I click on the partial payment tab, what is showing here? Amount entered is 1,05,000, amount assigned is 1,20,000. So this is not the perfect case of clearing. Here the net amount is showing 1,20,000 and payment amount is also showing 1,20,000. Just double click on the payment amount. Okay, once I double click on the payment amount, then what happened? The amount entered becomes equal to the amount assigned, right? Though the document number 18 is showing as 1,20,000, but intentionally we are making the part payment. Once you go for the partial payment, you choose the partial payment tab, right? Now you have to double click the payment amount so that automatically it will be converted into the amount entered, amount assigned is equal, and this is a perfect case of clearing. So click on the document simulate, right? Once we click on the document simulate, this second line item is showing in blue font. Blue font means there is a missing of something. What is missing here? Automatically it is showing me the text is missing. I am having text partial clearing. Then I click on display document overview, right? So now net salary payable debit 1,05,000 to bank account. Click on save or post. So document number 20 is posted. Now let us see Faggle 03. Faggle 03 shows what? The status of the line items under this GL. So by default it is on the open item. Click on execute. Once I click on execute, what I see? This document number 18, 1,20,000 is open, as well as 1,05,000 which is paid against this document, that is also shown as open. That means both the documents are shown as open. So if I pay the balance of 15,000, then only I will find everything will be converted into green. So for that purpose, uh, then I will go to outgoing payment again. Suppose we pay the rest of the salary on 2nd November 2022. Document type is SA 02 November. This is 2 lakhs. I am putting here 15,000. I am putting here rest payment clearing. Here 100,201. Click on the process open item. See, now these two items are showing here. One is 1,20,000 minus, another is 1,05,000 plus. So what is the net payable? The net payable is 15,000. So amount entered is 15,000, amount assigned is 15,000, right? So this amount 15,000 assigned, how did this is derived? This is derived by these two line items. One is 1,20,000 minus, another is 1,05,000 plus. Okay, what is 1,05,000 plus? The amount which is just paid now. Now I will click on document simulate. Okay, so now net salary payable account debited to bank and click on post. So document number 21 is posted. Now go to the Faggle 03. Faggle 03. If the radio button is by default in the open item. If I click on execute, no item selected. That means there is no more any open item. If I select cleared item and click on execute, then I see all the items are depicted here, right? Whenever all the items are depicted here, you have to see this last document, clearing document. What is the last document? 15,000. This is document number 21. This 15,000 document number 21 is shown as clearing document against these three line items. Okay. So document number 21 is tagged with the document number 18. Document number 21 is tagged with the document number 20. Document number 21 is also tagged against the document number 21. So what does it mean? Originally this is 1,20,000. In the first phase it is 1,05,000 is paid. Second one, rest of the 15,000 is paid. So from this we easily know that this 1,20,000 is paid through two installments or two phases. One phase is 1,05,000, another phase is 15,000. By which way? By seeing the clearing document against these three line items. The last document which is cleared, which is making it full, that clearing document is appearing against these three line items. Okay, actually why users face problem while working under the open item managed scenario? Because they are not habituated with this process, so they do not find out which liability is disposed of by which types of payment. So here is the way we can find out. We can export this particular line items to the Excel sheets, and also we can very well make the analysis of through the passing of through the manipulation of the Excel sheets. Okay, we can export it to the Excel. We can go to the list, export spreadsheets. Now we can click on continue. Okay, so we can select, we can map it to our desktop. I select the desktop, then I have to give the file name. Let's have line item report and click on save. You have to select remember my decision, allow, again remember my decision and allow. Okay, so automatically the same sheet is now appearing in my desktop. Okay, so I can go to my desktop and see that particular sheet. So this is the report, line item report, which is appearing here. So all these things can be selected, and these things we can have the filter mechanism and find out how these things will be manipulated. Suppose I want to see only the uh, clearing document number 21, against the clearing document number 21, what are these things available. I have already told you this 21 is the last document number, this one, and this shows that in two phases this particular liability is disposed of. In the first phase this is 1,05,000, second phase 15,000, so that everything is clear. So anyway, whatever in there in the SAP line item display, you can have this. Just a minute, the screen is not visible. Okay, again I am opening this Faggle03. So I am selecting all items. Okay, so this is showing here. So these things can be exported, and this is the layout. Actually, in this layout there are some things which is appearing here. It is a standard layout. You can also add or delete something. For example, profit center segment, we have not used this, so unnecessarily these things are coming in my layout. I can remove these things like profit center, tax codes, because these are, we have not discussed all these things. So I select these three things. How to change the layout? Actually, this, if I click on the layout, there are two sides. One is display, another is hidden fields. So in the display field, profit center, segment and tax code we do not require. So I select these three and I click on this hide selected fields. I want to hide these things. So I click here. Once I click here, they are coming on this side. And again I click on copy. Once I click on copy, I see those unnecessary things, they are disappeared. Suppose I do not use the business area, so it is also unnecessary. So in this case, let us remove the business area also. I am selecting the business area, then click on hide selected fields and click on copy. Now business area is also removed. So this is the way in which I can display the selected fields. Suppose I want to activate some of the hidden fields, right? These fields are hidden. Suppose in this particular document, document date is appearing, but posting date is not appearing. But posting date is very important, you know. Posting date decides in which period the document will be posted. So I am selecting the posting date which is there in the hidden fields. Then I decide that my posting date should appear before the document date. So therefore I select the document date and click on this back arrow. Back arrow is show selected fields. This fields which is hidden has to be shown. So this is the back arrow, show selected fields. I am showing it. So now the posting date is coming the before the document date. Click on copy. Okay. Now the posting date is appearing, right? So This posting date, suppose there are thousands of line items. Suppose there are thousands of line items. So in this case, you can order the line items in descending order or ascending order. You can arrange the line items. Suppose you have to arrange as per the posting date. So now it is appearing 31st October, then 1st November, again 31st October, then 1st November, 2nd November, like this. Suppose I want to arrange it in ascending order. What I have to do? I have to just click here. Once I click here, then this is selected, and the color is gone, and this is highlighted. Actually, these things are selected. Then click on sort in ascending order. Once I click sort on ascending order, what happens? So first of all, 31st October is appearing, again 31st October, then 1st November, 1st November, 2nd November, right? Similarly, I can also arrange the document number wise. So document number wise, if I do the arrangement, then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yes, it is appearing in a right manner. I can also arrange amount in local currency. Okay, I can also arranging in either ascending order or descending order. If I arrange it in the descending order, then this is 15, this is 1 lakh 5, then 5 lakhs, then 1 lakh 20, then 5 lakhs. So it is appearing like this. So this is the way in ways I can do it. Similarly, filter also there, just like Excel sheets. So filter mechanism can be used. For example, I will click on the document number, so filter is used here. So if you will be having thousands of documents, then you can also apply, you can also manipulate like Excel sheets, and finally you can export to your designated place. You can export to Excel sheets and put it for further processing, further reporting. Okay. So status will be also there. The color of the status will depict you which items are cleared, which items are open. Okay. So I demonstrated the full clearing and partial clearing. Another clearing process is there, which is called the residual clearing. Residual clearing. Actually, most of the companies, they don't follow the residual clearing. So residual clearing is also part payment. This is also part payment. Okay, this is also the part payment, but there is a presentation difference. Presentation difference. Okay, this is the presentation difference. How this presentation difference appears? Suppose this is the scenario. In this scenario, we are appearing residual clearing process. Okay, we are demonstrating the residual clearing process, right? So in this process, if I apply the residual clearing process and paid 1,80,000, then what will be the journal entry? Suppose I want to pay only 1,80,000 out of 2 lakhs. So, and I am applying the residual clearing process. Here, the journal entry will be like this. This will be the journal entry. Like net salary payable debit 2 lakhs to bank, credit 1,80,000 to net salary payable, credit 20,000. Okay, so this is the presentation. So previously what was presented? In this case, what could be the journal entry? The journal entry is net salary payable debit 1,80,000 to bank credit 1,80,000, right? So in case of partial clearing, this was the journal entry, right? But in case of residual clearing, this is the journal entry. So what is the difference? See, from the accounting point of view, from the accounting, especially from the accounting point of view, there is no difference. That means here also the net salary payable will be 20,000. Actually, the net salary balance, the net salary payable GL will show the balance 20,000. Here also the net salary payable GL will show as the balance 20,000. However, here the entire amount is first cleared. Actually, the net salary payable was 2 lakhs. But by using the residual clearing method, if any company applies the residual clearing method, in this case, even if it pays the part payment, but the total amount will be cleared first. So this amount will be shown as green. Okay. Then another line item 20,000 will be created as red. So what is the problem? The problem is we cannot know on which item or on which line item amount outstanding still is appearing. That means even if we pay the part, the first line item is cleared. So therefore the organization, the tracking mechanism is very much difficult. So let us demonstrate by passing one entry. Suppose same 31st October, I am again creating one entry. But in this case, I will apply the residual payment method. Instead of partial payment method, I will go for the part payment, but through the residual payment mode. Most of the companies, they do not follow, but we should understand what that process is. Suppose basic salary here, debit, say 3 lakhs. Okay. Suppose 100,201, credit star, this is plus, enter, click on simulate and post, right? So now let us come to the Faggle 03. In the Faggle 03, I want to see the open item. Yes, this is showing as open item. 3 lakhs is shown as open item. Let us go for payment of say 2,50,000. So I will go to the accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry, outgoing payment F-07. Suppose I pay it on 1st November. Document type is SA. 1st November, say bank account, I want to pay, say out of 3 lakhs we want to pay say 2,60,000. Okay. I'm making it as a residual clearing. Residual clearing test 100,201, right? Click on process open item, right? I have already told you that there are 3 tabs: standard, partial, residual. So standard is for full clearing. Previously we demonstrated partial payment tab or partial clearing process for part payment, but now though it is a part payment, let us prefer this residual item, residual process. Now one column is appearing residual item, click here. Okay, once I click here, 40,000 is appearing. What is this 40,000? 40,000 is the residual which is left. Amount entered 2,60,000, amount assigned 2,60,000. Click on the document, simulate. Okay, exchange rate difference accounts are incomplete for 100,201. Okay, okay, it's all right. Actually, a message is coming regarding incompletion of something. Okay, exchange rate type, it is showing some kind of errors. Just a minute. Let us let us suppress this error. Actually, I have to suppress this error. Let us see. 7200 OBY6, though no foreign exchange rate when clearing in local currency. Actually, I am clearing in local currency, so I don't need any exchange rate difference. So why this exchange rate difference will appear? Again come back, F-07. So 1st November, document type is SA, and bank account 2 lakhs, say 2 lakh 60, say residual clearing text amount is 100,201. Then I select the residual item, this one. Now I select the document, simulate, again appearing exchange rate difference accounts are incomplete for account 100,201. Okay, let's see. There should be some manipulation in the master data, otherwise this error will appear. Go to the control data tab, click on enter. Sorry, the posting happens, so it is blocking. I'm coming to the beginning. Then I'm going to change something here. Okay, I'm selecting only balances in local currency. Okay, so my 100,201 net salary payable, it will be shown in local currency only. Let us save and see. Changing the balances in local currency. Okay, account has balances. Okay, so what I can do? Okay, I see. Let us clear that one. Full clearing I will do. Then again I will depict. Okay. 01, 2 lakh, amount is say 3 lakhs. Let us have full clearing, then I will again come. Not residual clearing, let us have full clearing. Let us have full clearing. Again I will come. This types of error is not desirable. Actually, I have to suppress this. Foreign exchange difference, I will make you understand. 100,201, click on process open item, then click on document simulate. Okay, fine. Click on save. Okay, then I will go to and change the master data. So in the master data, let us change something. In the control data tab, let us select only balances in local currencies. Okay, that's it. So now let us demonstrate. Suppose I am passing.
Sir, one doubt. Why it is coming for residual item entry? Why not coming in another full payment entry?
Okay, just let me see. F-07 I am coming here. See, in the F-07 tab, actually there was a specific requirement for the differences in exchange rate. Let us see it. I'm just creating a liability and going to that screen. Suppose, okay, 31st, then it will be having say 400, 100 debit, say same 3 lakhs. This is salary jabhi 100,201. This is credit, amount is star plus, and enter, then simulate and post. Okay, then let us come to f-07. This is the first, this is SA, this is 01, bank data say 360, and say residual clearing say 100,201. Okay, let us come to the residual tab. So let us try it. Sorry, 2,60,000 I am supposed to give it. 2,60,000, not 3,60,000. 2,60,000. So I will click on the process open item. Okay. I don't understand what is the system behavior. In fact, it was appearing only in the residual item, not in standard or partial. But when I deactivated this, let us try to clear it. Yes, this is again coming. Exchange rate difference accounts are incomplete. Actually, it requires a customization. I can do the customization, no issues. But it is entirely a topic. Okay, in the next class I will tell you why it is only coming at the uh, residual item, not in partial or not in full clearing. Um because everything is same. Even if I have made the changes in OBY6, that in local currency clearing nothing should come, still it is coming. Even if I have made the changes in the master data, that it should be only in local currency. No, see, uh, in fact, what is the root? In our scenario, I have already selected the parallel currency. Parallel currency means euro. All the transactions which I am passing here, that is also automatically converted to euro. So therefore, foreign exchange difference will arise. But I have made all the settings to suppress this. That means this is a payment in local currency, liability in local currency and payment in local currency. So there should not be any exchange rate difference arise. Still then it is coming. So in the next class I will clear why these things will appear. Obviously we have also a topic regarding these exchange rate differences, how to treat it, how these things will appear, how exchange rate difference will be appeared in GL accounting, foreign exchange loss, foreign exchange gain, how these things will happen. But in this kinds of entry, these things are not required at all. So let us see it what will happen tomorrow. I am supposed to clear it. Okay, so let us close the session. I am sending the today's video. Hope tomorrow I will clear the doubt regarding this thing, why this things is coming in this, because we are making everything in INR. So there's supposed to be not any exchange rate incompatibility. Okay, so good night to all of you. Let us hope I will clear your doubts on tomorrow itself. Thank you. Thank you to all of you.